The way we treat people differently comes from cultural subliminal messaging that has happened over eons, and the more we can talk about it and open other people's eyes and say it doesn't have to be that way and give them more examples, I guess society will change. I do want to create a world for my future kids where they don't have to think about diversity, where they're not talking about it. I was treated differently because I'm brown. I had, really racist behavior when I was in high school. In 10th grade, I was called brownie, curry, go back on the elephant you came on. And that really affected me when I was a kid and affected my self-esteem. And I really decided that I'm not going to feel like that anymore. I'm not going to allow anyone to feel like that anymore. It's difficult for a woman of color. I did not realize how difficult it was till I started working in America. There are certain, especially an Asian woman of color, South Asian, that is me, there needs to be an explanation of why a South Asian or an Indian or someone who looks like me is cast in mainstream entertainment. I may be strong and I come across as strong because my parents raised me to be a strong woman. But that doesn't mean I'm not vulnerable. That doesn't mean I don't have dark days where I feel sad, stressed, pressured.
Being a guest girl for me it's a really big deal because the most beautiful, iconic women have been a part of these campaigns, and now it's 3 decades of Guess. It's one of the most iconic brands in the world. And to be a guest girl, and when I went to New York this time, and to pick up the magazines and see कि अच्छा सामने Julia Roberts है और पीछे मैं हूँ, it was kind of like, whoa.
Is it surreal?
Cool. No, but more than that, when you walk into the store or when you walk into the factory and you see like Claudia Schiffer and you see Anna Nicole Smith and you see all these really incredibly beautiful women, and then brown me, which doesn't look like any of the other girls before, because I'm suddenly Indian, but it's really great. For me, that was a big achievement, to see that Guess has gone for diversity this time and taking on an Indian person for a global campaign, and that for me was a big achievement. I was very excited about that.
I think the world needs to understand that this is not just a Syrian refugee crisis, it's a humanitarian crisis, and we need to do whatever I can, and the biggest and the best way of doing that is just donations.